YouTube, what's good, man? It's Chase, and we're back with another video. Now, around last week, I uploaded a scary video. And to the people who viewed it, y'all probably were a little confused. Let's just be honest. Y'all was a little confused. I accidentally posted the scary video with no audio. The video that I was indeed reacting to did not have audio. So, it's only right I'm gonna give y'all another one. You feel what I'm saying? And I might end up doing a little double upload. I might upload another one a few days from now. You feel what I'm saying? But I apologize for that. I apologize for the ones who had to, experience and see my stupidity firsthand. But we here now. We got 5 disturbing videos found on the internet right now. So once again, man, turn your volume all the way up. Turn it all the way up. You feel me? Turn your lights off, close your door, lock it. Make this shit as scary as possible. You feel me? So, enough yapping. Let's get it.
On July 10th, 2024, what began as a normal traffic stop in Buffalo, New York, turned into something far more serious. Just after midnight, officers Ronald Ammerman and Jonathan Crawford were patrolling in a marked BPD SUV when they noticed a Ford Fusion speeding along Kensington Avenue, its windows tinted so darkly that it raised suspicion immediately. Inside the car was a 25-year-old Georgia resident, Devine Roberts, and next to him, in the front passenger seat, was a 6-year-old child, unrestrained by a seatbelt.
On the phone with his mom, bro.
His mom?
Yeah, she worried. We right here, bro.
What address? Where's right here?
What's your address? No lie, bro.
Okay, she can come out here if she wants. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna have you take a step out and come towards me. We're gonna try and run your name a different way and see if I can find it pop up some other way.
Okay, for sure.
You can put the phone down though.
When the officers asked for identification, Robert handed over only a photograph of a Georgia driver's license on his phone, not a physical copy, which meant they could not properly verify it through the patrol car system. At that point, the stop still seemed routine, until the moment the officers opened the driver's door and politely asked Robert to step out. That was when everything changed.
You're gonna kill me, bro.
What is the cop doing? Nigga, let go! Listen, bro. Listen. It's not worth it, gang. It ain't that deep, I promise you. Cop, Mr. Police Officer, now you're doing a fine job. You're protecting and serving, which we do indeed ask you to do. But my nigga, it's not that serious, gang. You finna lose your life. For what? If you don't let that nigga go, bro, and just scan the plates and all of that shit later, he's fin... Bro, this nigga think he's Superman. He think he real life. He think this shit a movie. Bro. Did he pull that nigga out the car?
Shots fired! Shots fired! There's a kid in the car still! He tried killing me!
Instead,
did that nigga pull him out the whip?
Accelerated, dragging Officer Ammerman down Kensington Avenue at speeds that would later reach nearly 70 miles per hour. You can hear Ammerman shouting that Robert was going to kill them, pleading for him to stop. In the chaos, the officer tried to press down on the brake with one foot while struggling to stay inside the moving car, but Robert fought back, kicking at his leg and trying to shove him out of the vehicle altogether. As the struggle intensified, Robert's hand moved toward the officer's service weapon, and in that split second, with no other choice, Ammerman drew his firearm and discharged 5 rounds, striking Robert multiple times. Both men fell from the still-moving car, which continued forward and eventually crashed into nearby hedges further down the street. Despite his own severe injuries from being dragged, Ammerman immediately returned to the vehicle, pulling the child to safety.
Shots fired!
Oh my God, bro, this cop is goated. You mean to tell me this nigga holding on to the whip? Cool, the car is going full motion, 70 miles per hour. You pull this nigga out the car, meanwhile, and then you hit him. Fa. That's what happened. Nah, yeah, bro. Get him, bro. Nah, yeah. Get him in the FBI, gang. This nigga deserves a raise. For real. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. This cop ain't playing no games. He don't fear nobody but God, for real.
Bring it loose. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here, baby. Come here. I got you. I'll get it. I got it. I'll get it. I'll get it. I'll get you okay?
Yes.
Okay, you're okay.
My phone.
You're okay.
Man, fuck that phone. Nigga worried about his phone. See, you see what's going on in the generator. Bro, you about lost your life. And you worried about a phone.
Stay right here for a second.
Can you get my phone?
Radio Rush AMR to Wyoming, Kensington.
Miraculously, the child was uninjured, though unrestrained, in the front seat during the entire ordeal. Robert was taken to the hospital where he was later pronounced dead. The entire sequence, from the moment the car accelerated to the final gunshots, lasted less than 30 seconds. Following a review by New York's Attorney General's Office of Special Investigations, it was concluded that Officer Ammerman's actions, while tragic in outcome, were legally justified given the immediate threat to his life.
Let me see your hands!
Bro, he's asking to see this nigga's hands and he bleeding out on the street. He's not gonna respond, sir. You put 5 bullets in his chest. The nigga's deceased. He's dead, bro.
During the investigation, officers also noted inconsistencies in Robert's statements about the child's identity and the ownership of the vehicle, which had already heightened their suspicion before the fatal struggle began. For Robert's family, the shooting came amid other personal tragedies, including the murder of a sibling and the death of their mother, and they voiced deep skepticism about the stop and the use of force. But in the end, the reality is that a choice to flee and fight during a routine traffic stop set into motion a chain of events that ended in the loss of a young man's life. And while the child walked away without injury, it is difficult not to think about how close this incident came to becoming an even greater tragedy.
Bro, why did he take off like that?
On September 12th, 2025, what should have been a routine drive turned into a nightmare for an 83-year-old woman on Eyster Boulevard. It was around 12:30 in the afternoon when Eliana Mitchell was driving eastbound, heading toward her regular workout at Planet Fitness. The trip was part of her daily routine, something she toward her was around 12:30 in the afternoon when Eliana Mitchell was driving eastbound, heading toward her regular workout at Planet Fitness. The trip was part of her daily routine, something she had likely done many times before.
Not auntie, bro. I know they not finna take out auntie, bro. Not auntie. Is that a train? Bro, no, 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 gang. Bro, what am I watching right now? Oh my god, she's still going. Oh my god. Oh my god.
But as she approached the railroad crossing that day, impatience took over. The crossing arms had already lowered, warning of an approaching train. Instead of waiting, Mitchell drove forward, making contact with the lowered barrier. The arm lifted slightly from the impact, and in that brief moment, it may have created the false impression that the road ahead was clear, but it was not clear. Her vehicle came to a stop directly on the tracks in the path of a southbound Brightline train, and seconds later, this happened.
Oh my god! Oh my god. Oh. They done took out Granny. Oh my god.
The force of the collision was immense. The train dragged part of the vehicle several hundred yards down the track before finally coming to a stop. When emergency crews arrived, they could do nothing. The driver had not survived. Investigators confirmed that the crossing was working as designed. It was equipped with standard safety features, flashing LED lights, warning bells, and dual boom gates. Federal rules require that arms come down at least 20 seconds before a train arrives, and post-incident analysis showed that everything had functioned properly. The arm was fully lowered before the car breached it, and the train conductor later reported seeing the vehicle stopped on the tracks before the collision. Some people quickly placed the blame on Mitchell, saying she should have waited and paid closer attention. Others raised questions about her age and whether she was still able to drive safely. Her family, however, strongly disagreed, saying she was healthy, active, and perfectly capable behind the wheel. In the end, a moment of impatience, just a few seconds of not waiting for the crossing arms to rise, cost her everything.
Bro. Oh my God. Shawty got ate up by a train, bro. All for what? It really is though, bro. And this goes for me too, because I'm gonna be honest, sometimes when I'm driving behind the wheel, I'm a fast driver sometimes. But to all my people who be in traffic doing stupid shit like that, or just cutting up in traffic, it really do goes to show it's not worth it. Let's say you do get there quicker, right? It really is a few second difference. Maybe 1-2 minutes. It's not worth it.
On July 3rd, 2017, what started as innocent play among children in a high-rise apartment block in Changsha, China, turned into an unimaginable tragedy.
Why are these kids by themselves in the elevator, bro? Like, what is going on right now? Why are these 3 children in an elevator by themselves?
For a 2-year-old girl named Li. Changsha is the capital of Hunan province in central China, is a city of towering residential buildings where elevators are used every day as bridges between lives dozens of floors above the ground. However, in this particular apartment complex, young kids often roamed and played unsupervised in common areas like elevators, a common sight in many urban Chinese neighborhoods where grandparents or extended family handle childcare amid parents' busy work lives. You see, that day, Li was under the care of her grandmother, but she soon found herself playing with 3 older children, including a 5-year-old boy who turned the elevator into their makeshift playground. These kids were pressing buttons and riding up and down for fun until this happened.
Oh my God, bro. Oh my God. Stop pressing the button! Stop pressing the shit, little nigga! Stop! You can already see these 2 kids over here panicking and shit, and look at him. Look at him. I know he's only 5 years old, but it's still, bro, it just don't make sense. What is going on right now? I know you fucking lying. I know you motherfucking lying. Ooh, oh my God, bro. Oh my God, bro. I know you lying, gang. Y'all, I know we not watching the same video right now. I know we not watching the same video, bro. I know we not watching the same video. Did he just put the baby in the elevator by herself? Bro, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't give a good goddamn how old a child is. You know that's wrong. And when I catch you, nigga, when I catch you, ooh, boy, you gonna wish you was in an elevator by yourself, nigga, when I'm done. Cause if this shit ends tragically on everything I love, bro, there has to be consequences. There has to be. Let's see. I don't even want to finish watching this little clip. This shit has me scared. Why would he do that? Why would he do that? Bro, that is evil. Now she panicking, she probably crying. She don't know what's...
The group steps out on a lower floor, but the boy picks up little Lee, shoves her back into the elevator alone, presses the button for the 18th floor, and watches as the doors close on her terrified face. As the lift descends, Lee is seen desperately banging on the doors, her tiny hands pleading for help, her desperate attempt to get out, but no one was there to hear her cries as the elevator carried her higher and higher. When the doors opened again on the 18th floor, an area reported to be unfinished or lacking proper safety barriers, she stepped out alone. Just a toddler, she wandered toward an open gap where no guardrail or glass should have left such a dangerous drop, and within moments, she slipped through and fell all the way down to the terrace on the first floor below. The joy of play turned to horror in an instant as...
Oh God, no, bro. Bro. Oh my God. This shit just pissed, bro. This shit just pissed me off, nigga. Cause listen, to all my people who have little siblings, or to people who have kids, bro, this is a different type of anger, gang. I have 2 little sisters, and on everything I love, I wish a nigga would do some shit like that. She's a child, and now she gone. Because, and see, that's why kids don't know when to stop either, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because the truth is,
as the lift is button,
you know what I'm saying?
18th floor.
The truth is, he is a child. So in his head, in his child brain, he doesn't understand how dangerous this is. He's just playing. You feel what I'm saying? But kids don't know when to stop. And now a little girl is gone. For what? Bro, on everything I love, he would get the ass whooping of his life. On my mama, bro, on my mother, he would get the ass whooping. He would be begging, bro. I'm gonna be honest. If I'm his parents, or even if I'm the little girl's brother, I know I may sound wrong for that. Y'all may be like, no, Chase, he's just a kid. No, bro. Fuck that, gang. Now this little... What the hell is this? Is this a cult?
Did not survive. Her family and the wider community were left devastated, with candlelit vigils held in her memory. As of today, there's no detailed public update on long-term outcomes, but local police launched an investigation into the incident, though it's unclear if the young boy's family or the building management faced any formal accountability given the children's ages. Many people questioned the safety of these high-rise setups, especially in older or mid-tier apartments where gaps, unfinished floors, and missing safety features like railings or child-proof elevator locks are all too common. What remains most disturbing is how easily a toddler, left without close supervision, could be placed into a situation where a simple prank turned fatal. Whether it was the unfinished condition of the 18th floor, the lack of barriers, or the absence of enforced safety measures, every detail added up to a tragedy that should never have happened. Honestly, children should never be left to roam freely in these towering buildings, no matter how ordinary it might seem at the time, because in a place filled with hazards, one moment of neglect can lead to the kind of loss no family should ever endure.
Bro, but it's also like, now I'm gonna be honest, that kid that did that on everything I love, that nigga, once he turns about 16 to 18, bro, the world needs to know that you're a murderer. You killed a baby, gang. Now, he didn't he didn't really literally do it, but he kind of, moral of the story, you don't get what I'm saying, it's wrong. He shouldn't have did that shit. Why would he do that shit? When I was 5 years... Alright, raise your hand. When you were 5 years old, did you ever put people in another child in an elevator alone and just run away smiling? Exactly. People don't do shit like that. Then not only that, you press a bunch of buttons so she go... Gang.
On
That
July
shit,
8th, 2000.
I'm gonna be honest, y'all. That shit just blew my mind.
17,
Like
at
I
around
literally
11 o'clock
can't.
in the morning,
That's crazy.
what began as a calm cycling ride along the Natchez Trace Parkway turned into a life-threatening event that no one on the road that day could have expected. Two cyclists, Goodman and 24-year-old Tyler NOOO, were riding near the northern end of the scenic parkway, enjoying what seemed to be an ordinary summer ride. For NOOO, it was especially meaningful, as it was his very first time, back on a bike since childhood, and by all accounts, the two were riding legally within their designated lane, keeping steady and predictable in their movements. For a while, everything was quiet and uneventful, until the moment a sharp honking sound cut through the air, followed by the rising roar of an engine. At first, a white pickup truck passed the cyclists safely in the opposite lane, giving them no reason to feel alarmed. But within seconds of that truck clearing the road, something far worse appeared behind them.
Damn!
Another cyclist, Josh Schwartz, who had been nearby, later told investigators that NOOO had been riding in a perfectly straight line, about 3 feet to the right of the center line, and that the Volvo had more than enough room to pass safely. He insisted that there was no way NOOO swerved or came into contact with the car. The vehicle struck him, even though the road allowed plenty of space. Despite the violent collision, his body seemed to react with pure adrenaline, springing to his feet almost immediately. But that reaction masked the seriousness of what had just happened. The Volvo did not stop. It continued down the road without hesitation, turning what was already a devastating moment into a clear and deliberate hit and run. Goodman quickly called 911, and NOOO was transported to a local hospital where doctors confirmed multiple injuries, including a concussion, severe bruising throughout his body, and trauma to his kidneys and legs. It was only because of his helmet that he avoided catastrophic head injuries, and without it, the outcome could have been fatal. Later that same evening, Neely's own son, Grantley, recognized his father in a Facebook post about the incident and identified him to authorities, even describing him as an abusive alcoholic. Marshall Grant Neely III was arrested soon after, facing multiple state charges, including felony reckless driving and failure to render aid, though he was released on an $11,500 bond. Neely's actions not only led to criminal charges, but also cost him his
Bro,
career
just
for
look at
reckless
this nigga, bro. Like, just look at this nigga, gang. Like, let's just take a minute and analyze this shit. This nigga looks like, he looks depressed, gang. First off, he need a tan, okay? I'm gonna be honest with you. This shit, you gotta let that go. But damn, he is pale, bro. Fuck. I'm gonna be honest with you. If I look like that, I'd be pissed off too. I'd be, hey, who's your barber, nigga? Fire that nigga. For real. He not doing it right, gang.
Driving and failure to render aid.
And then you drunk, nigga. It's the middle of the day and you drunk. Bro, wait till nighttime.
$11,500 bond.
Yo, angry
Neely's
ass.
actions not only led to criminal charges, but also cost him his career at the prestigious University School of Nashville institution, where he had worked since 1995. On May 21st, 2018, he appeared in federal court, pleaded guilty to all 3 charges, and was sentenced to 10 months in federal prison, along with a $10,000 fine.
Damn.
Tyler NOOO later filed a civil lawsuit seeking $850,000 for his injuries, along with up to $1.6 million in punitive damages. Despite the physical and emotional toll of the incident, NOOO made a strong recovery and, according to reports, planned to continue cycling even after such a traumatic ordeal. In the end, it is clear that if NOOO had not been wearing his helmet that day, the story might have ended in tragedy rather than survival, and what was meant to be his first ride, back on a bicycle, could so easily have been his last. On April 14th, 2023, at the Cabrapata Cliff Viewpoint...
Damn, bro, so it's really one of them situations where that nigga just let his intrusive thoughts win. Listen, to my people who be on the road, you know, we be seeing bikers, you feel what I'm saying? Bikers be on the road, and you know, in my head, I'll be like, shit, what would happen? Wait, before I say this, do y'all think that way too? Or is it just me? Actually, I don't even think that way. I don't even think about hitting nobody. I don't even know what y'all was talking about. But I was just saying hypothetically, you know what I'm saying? Theoretically, you know, sometimes you do think about hitting a little biker. But that don't make it right to do it, but only hypothetically.
On
though.
April 14th,
I don't
2023, at the
think about
Cabrapata
hitting
Cliff
people.
Viewpoint in Ayacucho,
feel
Peru,
me?
a man's visit to one of the region's most scenic overlooks turned into the most terrifying day of his life. Cabrapata is a high-altitude ravine overlook southeast of Lima, long known for its panoramic views of the surrounding valleys, and in recent years it has become a popular tourist attraction. To draw even more visitors, some operators began installing unusual rides, including astronaut training chairs designed to simulate the tumbling and spinning motions that astronauts may experience during capsule re-entry. The man agreed to try one of these chairs strapped in at the very edge of the cliff, assuming it would be a fun and harmless attraction. People gathered around to watch, laughing and taking videos as the chair began to spin. But then very suddenly, everything changed.
Bro, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing? What are we doing right now? They go by a cliff.
The motion of the chair grew more violent, shaking and wobbling in ways it was not meant to, and before anyone could react, the entire setup tipped over and slid down the steep slope of the cliff. For a moment, the onlookers could only watch in shock as the man disappeared over the edge, still strapped tightly into the contraption. It was fortunate that he remained secured by the straps and had a helmet on, which spared him from instant death, but the fall left him with severe injuries, and he was rushed immediately to the hospital. While there has been no official update on his condition, other sources later suggested that he recovered from the ordeal. In the days that followed, many questioned why such a dangerous device had been placed at the edge of a cliff in the first place, especially when the setup appeared to lack any meaningful safety features. As per the reports, the chair had not been properly anchored to the ground, making it unstable when subjected to the strong rotational forces generated by the spin, and there had been no trained operators present to monitor or control the ride. In the end, it was sheer luck that he survived at all. If he had not been strapped in or wearing a helmet, the fall would almost certainly have been fatal. But even with safety equipment, the idea of spinning people in astronaut training chairs at the edge of a steep ravine seems reckless, and many believe tourists should never have been put in that position to begin with.
Oh, that's it. Bro, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. This video was full of dumb shit. I'm gonna be honest, like, the lady who drove around across the tracks, okay, the dude who just ended up, he just took off from a cop. The kid who decides to throw a baby into an elevator by herself, causing her to wander off when the elevator opens. And then what else, bro? This one is just people being assholes. And then finally, last but not least, they set up an amusement ride, a carnival ride on the edge of a cliff. Why are people so stupid? That's what I want y'all to do. If you made it this far in the video, comment down below and answer this question. Why are people so stupid, bro? Why are, like, we as humans, we are so smart but yet so dumb? It just don't make sense to me. I can't get it. And then, bro, my heart is broken for this kid, bro, for the kid, gang. I'm gonna be honest, all the stories are sad, but the child, that's sad, bro. Hopefully you all did enjoy, though. If you did, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit post notifications to indeed know when I upload, and follow the socials, man. Get at that. Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Twitch, all that, man. Get at it. Yeah, man. Moral of the story, don't do stupid shit. Don't be dumb. Do not be dumb. Or I will find you and I will pour milk and honey on you as you sleep. But that will indeed be it. So, make sure y'all keep thugging. Make sure y'all stay dangerous. And we out.